All right. How's it going today, everybody? Pretty in a pretty good mood. Today is Sunday, November 10th. The Bears just won, which was rarity. I think they won a 5-6 game losing streak. So they just beat Detroit, even though Detroit sucks. It's still a win. Today, like I said, today is November 10th, Sunday. I am doing this podcast. And one of the things that I want to say, I'm very thankful for the people that have been really listening to the podcast, downloading. I get the stats, so I kind of know how it's growing. One of the things that I want to do is that I want to recommend everybody. I need you to recommend us to somebody that you think may like the podcast, or somebody that may not like the podcast. But we have a lot of great things coming up. We're going to be doing interviews, a lot of interviews with local talent, local mayors, not the mayor of Chicago, but different mayors of suburbs out here, which play an important role. We have athletes, pro athletes, basketball players, boxers, football players. We have musicians, local people from here. We also have national people that you may or may not know. But that's going to be another added feature. Hall of Fame bodybuilders. There's going to be another added feature that we are going to start bringing, and we'll be posting interviews. They'll be on YouTube, and they'll be posting on Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. I think it's the 20th. That's when we're going to start. It's going to be really good, and so we'll be adding that to our features, and we're going to be doing some Facebook Live stuff. We're going to be answering your questions live on the air. So it's going to be really good. We're really trying to make a lot of good progress and strides with this podcast. People tend to like it, and it's not even at the point where I really would like to have it at, but we're working very aggressively towards that way, and I think we'll get there really soon. But I need you, if you like the podcast, to recommend it to other people that may like the podcast, or recommend it to people that may not. It's still a number. I'll take it. Okay, so that's what I need you to do. Also, join on my other social media: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're on all those. Usually, it's Sir-Earl or Sir-Earl1 or Sir-Earl's World. You can find it on there. So that'll be very important. We do a lot of different things on there. We'll be doing a lot of different things with the interviews that's coming up. So stay tuned and recommend us, all right? So today my topic is titled Obstacles. What are they? What are they, and how do we get through them? I've kind of noticed in this generation that obstacles are a sign for the current generation to quit or settle. Obstacles are put in our way. They're not put in our path as punishment. They're put in our path as learning experiences. The happiness or the goals or the things that we desire are on the other side of obstacles. They're on the other side of hardship. They're on the other side of struggle. And the question always becomes, how bad do you want it? People don't realize obstacles to me. I have my challenges, and I have my down days, I have my up days. But one of the things that I try to do is I try to start the day with some putting in positive vibes to counteract the negativity that I'm going to experience during the day. So I always feel that my mind is filled with 100% positivity. There's no room for negativity. And it doesn't prevent problems from coming your way, but it does give you a positive way to deal with those experiences. And that's very important. I mean, lately, I had a health obstacle. I was in the hospital. I thought I was healthy. I thought I was doing everything right. I was been working out for the last 28, 29 years, eating right, eating proper, keeping a journal, measuring all my foods. Went to the hospital and still found out, that I had, high glucose, high sugar content glucose, high blood pressure, oxygen low, pneumonia, enzyme in my heart was bad. I've had a lot of things that I guess just comes with age or They're just things that's, hey, shit happens. But I am utilizing that obstacle as a challenge because I do want to have one last time on stage. And it has encouraged. I lost a lot of weight. I went in the hospital at 265. I'm only 5'7", and I came out at 230 pounds. That's a lot of loss. So I'm in the process of trying to put back on what I lost, and also it presents a bigger challenge for the show that I want to do this year. And that obstacle says, how bad do you want it? How, because I had kind of got lackluster. I was training, I was eating. 5'7", 265 is nothing to sneeze at. It's really good, solid weight. So, I would probably say I got a little relaxed with it. And this was just a way to take me out of my complacency. Contentment and complacency is the Achilles heel of achieving goals and greatness. It really is. It stops you from doing it because you become settled with what you have and what you do and where you're at. And obstacles, there are always four ways to go around. I look at an obstacle like a brick wall, and there's four ways to get through it. You can go around it, and this is where, to me, where guidance and prayer and meditation and reading and keeping your mind on a positive outlook comes in. You can either go around it, you can go over it, you can go under it, or you can go through it. Which way needs to be applied, you'll know that yourself. It'll come to you on what you need to do to get there. The one thing you can't do when the obstacle arises is quit. One of the ways that you start to change your mind into a positive mode, we have to lose, and I've noticed this a lot among people. If you think like a loser, you're going to raise losers. And I interview a lot of them, and they have no they have no drive. And when you come from a household where generally the parents have some type of drive, I'm not saying you got to be a great this or a great that, but you do have to present an atmosphere of love and hard work for kids to adapt an atmosphere of love and hard work. And it really, really makes a huge difference in their approach to life. It's not what you tell them, it's what they see. And, the best two ways I found to begin the process, there's a lot more steps to it, but remove the words of try and can't from your vocabulary. I'll say that again. When you remove the words of try and can't, you will start to notice, speech has a lot of power. When the earth began, according to some of what they believe, and I'm one of them, is that, God said, let there be light, and there was light. Your words have power. You can, death, life and death is in the tongue. It's what you say. Your words have a lot of power. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, those who believe they can and those who believe they can't are both right. And it all is in accordance to your mindset. So instead of saying, I'm going to try to go back to school, say, I am going to go back to school. Don't say, I'm going to try to open up a business. I am going to open up a business. Don't say, I'm going to try to lose weight. Say, I am going to lose weight. And that wording of eliminating the try or the can't. We work in a field. I give people a new eating plan, and within my office, from the time I give it to them, the first thing they say is, I can't. Well, you haven't even tried. Commit to it, follow it, and do what it takes. That's one of the reasons why writing down your goals and having a vision is so important, because it gives you a purpose. And when you have a purpose, that's a strong driving force. As young parents, when we had kids, we had a purpose, and that was to raise our kids. So no matter what, we didn't say, oh, my child is learning to try to walk, and they fell a couple of times, so that's it. I'm not trying with them no more. Your philosophy was he or she is going to learn to walk. And why? Because that's the normal things in life. People walk, and so you say, oh, he can't walk. I mean, there are some, but, you know, you do get what I'm trying to say is, when you speak words into existence, you must have a more positive wording. You must believe it. You must be confident. And that's no matter what it is. I can't express to an individual what they need to do with their lives. Everyone has their goals and their dreams. But what I can express is start to speak and believe and take things in a positive way. And when obstacles come your way, it won't stop you because you know what you have to go. You have to get to a certain point. We have a tendency to say, when I see it, I'll believe it. You have the proper wording is, if you believe it, then you will see it. So instead of gaining confidence, confidence and belief is another form of faith. There is no people that I know. There's a saying that faith and fear cannot exist within the same mind, just as a negative or a positive thought cannot exist in the same mind. I mean, they can both be in the same mind, but they can't be thought about at the same time. In life, we are given freedom of choice. Choose to think positive, and for every action there's a reaction. So if you think positive, positive things will happen. If you think negative, negative things will happen. People tend to think if there's an obstacle or some hardship or struggle involved, that, oh, it must be the wrong thing, or I must not be doing it right, or God hate me, or whoever you believe in. That if it was easy, everybody would do it. Trust me on that one. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So the obstacles and the struggle and the ups and downs, they are there to test you. They are there to see how badly do you want what you say you want. You get people in my profession that say they want to lose weight, but they'll follow a half a diet for a week, and they'll say, "Oh, this don't work. It ain't working for me. I can't do this." That's not that's a sacrifice. You have to give in life. You have to give up something to get something. So everything that you do, it involves a sacrifice. And what I try to do and what I notice in the world today, there is just so much negative wording. If I could get one person to listen to this and change their wording, they would start to see their goals and dreams and the things that they strive for. It'll start to change. When you look at things, when you look at things differently, the way you look at things change. So when you look at things from a positive perspective, it's not as difficult as looking at it from a negative perspective, because negativity is a pessimistic attitude. They'll tell you, oh, there's 20 ways this could fail. Well, idiot, all you need is one. If it's going to fail, it's going to fail. But instead of looking for why it won't work, start to think in a positive mode and look for why it will work and why your dreams will work, because you have. Now, does that prevent obstacles and things coming your way? Not at all. It just changes the way you view things. And if you constantly are viewing things as life is happening for me instead of life is happening to me, more things will start to happen for you. If you start to climb obstacles, you will get to the other side, and you will start to see those goals and dreams, no matter what they are, start to manifest themselves. It all starts with your with your speech, how you say things. Then it goes to your positive mindset. Then it manifests itself into actual action. and you start to pursue dreams and goals